All right, let's get into our preview this week. We've got plenty to cover. We were gonna cover the LPGA this weekend, but I thought Players is big enough that we should give it its own show. But there is the LPGA Thailand, 67 in the field, I think.
No cut.
Lids, no cut.
No cut, no lids.
No. Brooke Henderson's your $10 favourite. Minjee Lee, 11s. Patty Tavatanik at 11s. Danielle Kang, 13s. Before we sort of move on, have you done any prep for this? Or
No, not so far, no. But a lot of those players at the top of the market all performed very, very well last week in Singapore. Yep. So it's not surprising to see them there. Inji Chun at $26. I thought she went okay last week. But yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of a deeper look later on this afternoon. Your friend Hannah Green is there, I see, at $17.
Yep.
Minjee Lee, who looked like she might challenge for a victory there last week in Singapore, is on the second line of betting at $11. I'm guessing you might stick with Danielle Kang, who was also there or thereabouts.
Hasn't done me wrong yet, so there's no reason to punt her.
She's had a very, very good start to the season. A win, a second behind Lydia, and then she was top 5 last week. T9 last week.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There's also DP World Tour is back. Doesn't look like any of the Kiwi boys are in that either, but still worth a look. Okay. Let's go to the Players. And before we get into our sort of look at the course and stuff, I went digging and I've got some facts and a wild story, which we may have or may not have already told on this podcast in the last couple of years, but
let's do it again.
We'll do it again. First, I'm going to hit you with some facts for the 17th hole at Sawgrass, the
Island Green, the par 3.
So, in 2015, Ricky Fowler was the winner. He birdied the 17th hole 5 times that week in competition. 3 of them on the final day.
There was a playoff, wasn't there?
Yeah, they had to play it a couple of times, and he beat Sergio and someone else in the playoff. Paul Azinger in 87, Kyle Stanley in 2017 are the only players to birdie 17 on all 4 days in competition. 120,000 balls claimed every year by the 17th, so they say.
120,000.
Not just
at the players, but
at TPC Sawgrass.
That does not surprise me.
Divers are given 4 chances every year to go and swim.
Go in and clean them out.
And they're given 7 cents a ball.
What? I'll take them with me, take them down to the next club. You could get 50 cents a ball, surely.
That is insane, isn't it? There'll be some good balls too. Plenty of Pro Vs in there.
Oh,
just put them in your bag.
And quite possibly been hit once.
Yeah, well, there you go. Aaron Badley has landed in the water 13 times over his career on 17 alone. He is the worst of all. 8 players have recorded a hole-in-one, the last being Sergio in 2017. Most birdies on the hole in a player's career. Can you have a guess who? Very relevant, plays on the Champions Tour.
Bernhard Langer.
Yeah, I'd like to think friend of the show, Bernhard Langer. He's had 24. Hal Sutton, 19, is the next best. Longest putt made, official putt, also Bernhard Langer, 59 feet 8 inches. But of course there is the Tiger.
We remember that putt.
Better than most, which was just off the fringe, but that was 60 feet. So not officially a putt, according to PGA Tour. Any guesses as to what the highest score on the hole is?
Because you've got that drop zone over the thing there. It's a par 3. Look, I'm going to say something like an 11.
12. Bob Tway had a 12. He put 4 into the water, so 2 off the tee and then 2 from the drop zone, and then 3 putted for a 12.
Wow.
Really tough scenes there. And now I found this little story. So in 1980, Golf Digest came up with an idea to find the worst avid golfer in the world. So someone who plays, I think it was at least 21 rounds in the year, is aged between 35 and 55, good physical health, and has a handicap of at least 36.
Damn.
So they received 627 nominations. They whittled it down to 4, took them to Sawgrass, and let them play. It took...
What, the whole course or just the 17th?
No, the whole course. It took 7 hours, 12 dozen golf balls lost, and 25 range balls lost.
What? Range balls?
So they obviously run out of balls and they had to use range balls. So that's 14 dozen balls gone. Kelly Island was the winner, as in terms of best score.
Is she a supermodel?
I don't know. He or she shot 197. And Angelo Spagnolo was crowned the worst avid golfer. Listen to this. Owing to his 66 strokes on the 17th.
66?
On the 17th. And 27 in the water. Finished with an 18-hole score of 257.
66.
And he won the title of worst avid golfer. His son even booed him. Additionally, the patch that Mr. Spagnola took to putt his ball all the way from the tee, all the way to the tee on 17 is now affectionately called Angelo's Alley. Oh, this is absolutely wild. There is a YouTube video, so I suggest you go and watch it. Worst avid golfer tournament 1985.
Fantastic.
We will have this on loop in the office for the next little while. That is wild, isn't it? Absolutely wild. 257. 66 balls. 66 shots. 27 balls in the water.
How many you reckon? Well, not you. I'm just trying to think. It's about 140 odd, 150
150 yards, so it's 135 metres. Pitching wedge for most of the pros. For me, I probably had a 9-iron.
Yeah, I'm thinking a 7. 7 or an 8. Yeah. I don't know. I could definitely hit the green.
It's just getting it to stop.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Alright. And I've also found a little quiz that I thought we'd just do quickly. This is on the official PGA Tour website.
Yep.
So quick fire. Who's the only player to have won the Players 3 times? Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Davis Love, or Phil?
Davis Love.
Incorrect. It is Jack Nicklaus.
Oh.
Although he's never won at Sawgrass.
Oh, when it was...
Yeah. That tricked me up too. How many courses have hosted the Players?
I'm going to say 2.
5.
Far out.
How many times has Tiger Woods won the Players?
Once.
Twice. You're over here.
Jeez.
How many times have there been back-to-back champions?
Well, if Jack won it, you would have thought he'd done it back-to-back. I'm going to go 3.
Never.
Oh, gee.
Who designed the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass?
Pete Dye.
Hey, you're on the board. Who is the only player to have won the Players in both March and May? I'll give you some options here. Tiger, Phil, Jack, or Hal Sutton.
Well, I'll go with Jack because I know that he's won it many times.
Tiger. And what year was the Players first held at Sawgrass? 70, 78, 82, or 90?
I'm going to go 90.
82.
Oh, gee.
Who won the first Players' Championship
At
held
Sawgrass.
at Sawgrass?
Not Jack Nicklaus.
I'll give you some names. Jack, Stephen Ames, Jerry Pate, or Steve Elkington.
82. What is it, the Elk?
No, Jerry Pate.
Oh, gee.
I think you're 1 out of 8 here.
Yeah.
How many golfers have won the Players more than once? 4, 6, 8, or 10?
4.
6. How many golfers have won the Players and the FedEx Cup in the same season? 0, 1, 2, or 3?
0.
1. I'm guessing
Who?
that
Tiger.
must have been Rory when he won it a couple of years ago, I think. Or Tiger. What is Tiger's cumulative score to par at the Players? Minus 40, minus 44, minus 53, or minus 58?
Minus 58.
There you go.
Crikey.
How many players have... What? How many players have there... Oh, sorry. How many playoffs have there been at the Players? 1,
Ooh.
3, 5, or 7?
Well, we know Ricky won it in a playoff. I'm going to go 1.
5.
Jeez.
Uh,
You haven't mentioned Craig Perks yet.
no, I don't know if he features here, but what is the 18-hole Players scoring record at Sawgrass? 62, 63, 64, or 65?
63.
Nice. Highest... I've just told you this. The highest score reported on par 3 17th is at 12. Who recorded it?
You just said.
I did. Were you listening?
Hold on.
Do you want me to give you some names?
Yeah.
Sink, Tway, Garcia, Knox.
Bob Tway.
Yeah. All right, a couple more. Who holds the 72-hole tournament record at Sawgrass? Norman, Couples, Simpson, or Woods?
I'm going to go Woods.
Norman. What unconventional method did TPC Sawgrass Stadium course use to assist with agronomy when construction began?
With agronomy.
Yeah. The options are windmills, dogs, goats, or inmates.
Windmills, dogs, goats, or inmates? Yeah, I really want to... I'm going to go goats.
Correct. Final question. How many aces have been recorded on the island green? 0, 3, 6, or 9?
I'm going 9.
Yep, correct. Well done.
Right.
I don't know how many you got, but it wasn't many.
No. Terrible.
Alrighty. Let's move on to some betting. What are you looking for this week, Paul?
Well, just mentioned it's a peak dye course, so form on other peak dye courses would probably come in handy. Form at TP Sawgrass also comes in handy. Doesn't really favour any sort of type of golfer, like golfers who hit it right to left or left to right. They've got a number of dog legs that go both ways, so doesn't really favour one or t'other. Keeping the ball in play is crucial here, so accuracy off the tee. Greens and regulation is vital. Doesn't hurt to have a hot putter either. Correlated courses, form at the RBC Heritage comes in. The Travellers as well. Where else are we going? Par 4 performance too.
Yeah, nice. I've got very, very similar here. I said we're looking for someone can keep the ball in the play off tee, dialed on with their irons, goes well around the greens, and someone who can avoid big numbers. Course form itself, I don't think is a big indicator here. Some winners have missed 3 cuts in a row, then 1. Others have had 2 or 3 top 10s and then missed 4 cuts. So it's, as you say, there's no real horse for course here.
On the day.
But I'm a big look at current form. There are, where am I, my stats here? 11 players. The last 11 players winners haven't finished any worse than 22nd in their last tournament leading into this one. 9 of those 11 have finished T4 or better in at least one event earlier in the year. So they have to be peaking at the right time. And I think, let me find it, 5 of the last 6 and 6 of the last 8 winners have all been major winners too. So something else to consider.
Tick.
Tick?
Not tick. Not tick. Okay. I've got 1 tick.
I've got 1 tick too. Yeah. Put the ball in play off the tee. Get on the green. Get it in the
Knock
hole
it in.
as fast as you can.
Don't go in the water at 17.
All right. I won, so I'll start, my best
Go for it.
this week.
Yeah.
He was my best last week, and he finished T2. I'm going to go Victor Hovland at $19. Did everything but win last week. Was T2. T4 at Riv prior to that. So he's got the form on the board. He is, as we mentioned earlier, the 8th ranked golfer in the field over the last 6 months. Gave those stats out. Big issue obviously around the greens, but I think if he gained strokes around the greens last week, which was a huge in. First time he's done that in 4 tournaments. So if he can do that, he's in with a look. So I'll go Victor Hovland at $19 for me. Paul.
I'm going with a former champ, Rory McIlroy, at $21. It was the price that attracted me the most. He has been up and down, as Carl said. He shot 65 in the first round at Bay Hill, and then didn't shoot 65 after that. So, look, when his game's on, he's going good. I do like the fact that he's played well here before. Carl said you have to be coming in with a bit of form. Well, he was 12th and 3rd in the Middle East earlier this year. He's also had a top 15 last week at the Arnold Palmer and a top 10 at the Genesis. So he is coming in with a bit of form. So Rory McIlroy, champion in 2019. I got him winning again, $21.
I'd love nothing more than to see Rory win here. Oh, look. This just got exciting.
Round 1 power plays are up.
Yeah, I just refreshed my page and it's popped up in front of me.
Yeah, I'm just looking at one to throw into me.
Shit, I'm going to have to redo my staking plan at the end. Okay, my mid-tier, kind of torn here. I've got 3 names, 2 that I really like and 1 who I don't mind, who fits the former major winner. I'll leave him out this time, but I don't mind Jason Day at 81s. I'm going to leave out Sung Jae at 41s. And I'm going to go with someone else I took last week, Matt Fitzpatrick at 34s. He bogeyed the last week to drop to T9, but still finishing that T10, so form good. He was T10 at Phoenix and T6 at Pebble before that. Versed the field in the last 6 months. He ranks 17th strokes gained tee to green, 41st off the tee, 13th around the green, which we know is crucial, and 2nd in putting. Here's where it gets even better. Versed the field on Pete Dye courses. I'm getting deep into this one.
Big time.
25th strokes gained off the tee, 8th short game and 9th in putting. He was T4 at the RBC Heritage last year and T14 the year prior, which are both die courses, or the same die course. So Matt Fitzpatrick at 34s. Cool.
I'm going to go Corey Connors at $41. He's 4th in greens and regulation, 5th in strokes gained off the tee, 16th strokes gained tee to green. He was 7th here last year. You want form? He comes in off an 11th at Bay Hill last weekend. So, my good friend, my good Canadian friend, Corey Connors, $41.
Well, Corey, it's been a while since he's had some airtime on the cut line, but he has had plenty of it in the past.
Oh, he's had a lot of love in the past.
Still yet to deliver.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
Ruffy, this kind of makes me sick. We've got a little betting syndicate with some mates, and the running joke at the moment is let's bet on Brian Harman. I was doing my research last night, and guess whose name popped up? Brian Harman.
He's had a top 3 and a top 10 in the last
Is
2
it? No
editions
way.
of this tournament.
You're picking him as well. Oh, that's even worse.
$101.
Wow, yeah. Yeah. The stats over the last 6 months don't really jump off the page, but as I got deep, his stats on Pete Dye courses, he's 11th strokes gained total, 35th tee to green, and ball striking, 7th in short game, 50th approach, and 6th in putting. The miscut at Honda is a little bit of, if we're going to go by the decent
The
showing
trend.
last time out,
Yep.
is a bit of an issue. But as you say, it was T14 in Phoenix, T3 in the American Express. He was T5 in the match play last year, and T13 at RBC Heritage. So he has form on the Dye courses, and 2 top 10s in a row here too.
Correct.
Brian Harman, $101. The cut line curse. Anything else to add for old mate Bry?
No, that's it.
That's
At
rattled me even
101,
more.
I just thought that he does look a wee bit of value.
That's rattled me even more that you've taken him. Now we're going to have to take him in our syndicate. It's disgusting.
Kiss of death.
Alrighty, should we get to some betting?
Yeah.
Got $100 to bet with. Do you have your power play picked out?
I haven't quite got my power play picked out, but I had $10 left to put on a power play. So
Okay.
um,
I'll go first then.
Yep.
I've got 90 of my 100 done. So 10 on Hovland to win at 19s. I've got 10 on Hovland at top 5 at 450, and 20 Hovland top 10 at 288. So same plan as last week. 10 on Fitzpatrick top 10 at $5.50. 10 on Sungjae top 10 at $6, and $10 on Jason Day top 20 at $4.33. So I've got all those guys in there. Oh, and $10 on our mate Brian top 30 at $3.75. So first round 3 ball, that includes Sungjae, Corey Connors and Jason Day, all to win theirs, and I'm going to get $10 23 for that. And then my final $10 is going to go on a power play, but I will come back to that after you give your bets out, so I've got some time to digest these little beauties.
right. I'm just going with my selections. I've got $20 to win on Rory McIlroy and $20 on McIlroy top 5, $10 on Corey to win and $10 on a top 10 for Corey, and then for Brian Harman, $10 on a top 10, $20 on a top 20. I've got $10 left for a round 1 power play. Oh, gee.
Oh, they are round 1. I was just looking at that Brooks Koepka one there. I thought, holy, is that the tournament?
7+ birdies or better. Take it.
Yeah. It's round 1.
Okay,
Ooh.
round 1. I'm going to go... No.
This is riveting podcasting. Oh, I've got one. I'm going to take Xander or Victor to go bogey free in round 1 at $7. That's my one.
Right.
Come on, Paul.
Yeah, okay. I'll go Dustin Johnson or Daniel Berger to have 8 or more birdies or better. $8.
Woo.
DJ or Berger.
Just while we're on DJ, when was the last time you saw Dustin Johnson paying $34 to win a tournament?
It's ridiculous.
to be fair, it's probably value. He's probably should be $54 given the way he's been playing. But I can't recall ever seeing him outside of the teens.
Remember, was it the beginning of last season where he was like single figure
Yeah.
favourite? When he went over to the desert.
When I tipped him to win the majors and I lost money. Ridiculous. Okay, that's probably us. Although we've got golf bonus back, and on the players, but it is somewhat enhanced this week. Had a talk to the powers to be.
Oh boy!
And we've wound it out to top 20.
So have a pre-tournament outright winner bet.
Yes.
And if your player doesn't win,
Yep.
but finishes in the top 20,
Yep.
you'll get your money back up to $50 as a bonus bet.
Correct. Top 20 including ties.
Oh,
How good's
yeah,
that?
crikey.
So rip in, plenty to have a crack at. We gave you about 12 names.
One of them's going to be in the top 20, surely.
Garen, can't say that.
Can't say that.
but most probably.
We're hoping.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.